This is automatic high voltage test set having output 0 to 5 kV AC as well as DC. Here AC and DC mode selection switch is given. From here we can set AC or DC output. This is a main controller having keypad, numerical keypad as well as functional keypads. This is a printer. This is printer on off toggle switch. This is voltage controller knob output. This can control. This is a serial port 9-pin D-type connector. This is fuse in the input side. This is mains on off or rocker switch. This is mains input wire with socket. The outputs are on the top panel of the instrument. Here, these are the output terminals. We can configure the required output AC as well as DC as per the statements written on the top panel like this. Short AC1 to DC1 and AC2 to DC2 and take DC output between ground and DC out. Same way, short AC2 and AC12 here. Terminals are mentioned. And take output between AC1 and ground for AC output. The mains input cord must have a ground connection coming from the switchboard where you want to connect. From that ground, the instrument is connected to ground, rather the body of the instrument is connected to ground. Whereas an external ground also can be connected to this green terminal here. The ground is very important before using the instrument. Now let's start testing the instrument. We have connected phase and neutral to the instrument from the switchboard. Only two wires we have connected to the instrument. Now let us put on the instrument by putting the mains on rocker switch. Here the LCD display is showing that ground is open and connect ground properly, connect proper electrical ground. Okay, this means we have not connected ground to the instrument and the instrument is having an interlock that unless we connect the electrical ground properly, the instrument will not move ahead and it will display this message. Now let us connect the ground and see what happens. Okay. Now this interlock has worked and once the ground is provided, the instrument has moved ahead. This is the right side panel of the instrument. Here you will see there are two terminals with wires. These two terminals are provided as a chamber door interlock. We can interlock the high voltage testing with the high voltage chamber door with a limit switch provided. These two wires can be connected to the limit switch provided or fixed at the chamber door so that the instrument will only work when the chamber door will be closed. This is called chamber door interlock. The instrument has one more interlock that is called zero start interlock. That means unless this voltage controller is at zero position, the high voltage cannot be initiated or the instrument will not initiate the high voltage. Now we will put on the instrument once again because now the electrical earthing or electrical ground is connected properly. Then high voltage chamber door interlock is also closed properly and the dimmer stat or the voltage controller is also at zero position. Means all the three interlocks are now intact. So let's put on the instrument. Once we put on the instrument, first the company name, the instrument name, model number and serial number of the instrument will be displayed on the LCD display, and then there are 4 lines. First line says for testing press right arrow. For printing, rather the past readings or past results can also be printed on the printer from here only, and the current test number, which number test is going on. Now we will be testing for 4th number test, because 1, 2, 3, 3 tests are already being conducted and stored in the memory of the instrument. So for testing we have to press the right arrow. Before that we have to configure the instrument for AC and for DC. If suppose we have selected for AC output, then we have to configure the output terminals on the top panel accordingly. As per the instructions, for AC output we have to short AC2 to AC12, AC2 to AC12, and take output between AC1, this terminal, and ground, this terminal. These are the AC output terminals. So the instrument output also have to be configured. Now we have configured for AC, and the mode selector switch is also on the AC here. So the instrument will work for AC. Now let's go ahead. We want to have a testing. Press arrow. Now here we can set the output voltage, test voltage. Here it is by default, it is showing some 0.4 kV. Let's say 0.5 kV. For that press 0, again 0, it will shift to the next digit, again 0, it will shift to the required position. Then we want 0.5 kV, 0. Once the full digits, all the digits are set properly, press enter key. Then it will ask for the current limit setting. For that, if we want to change it from 9 milliampere to 10 milliampere, press 0. Now here press 1 and again make this 0. Again the decimal also 0. Once all the 4 characters are set, press enter. Now the time, this is the test time or the test duration. Here it is 4 seconds. If we want to make it say 5 seconds, like this we can do and set enter. Now the instrument has taken all the parameters what we have set. Then for moving further, again right arrow. The display says settings done. Long press key 1 for start test. But if we want to change the setting, again we can go to the setting by left arrow. Okay, but we want to test it, so press key 1 for a long time. Now the testing started. These are the set values, these are the actual values. H is for high voltage on, F is forward, AC is AC output. Now the test is completed and the test has passed because there is no overcurrent tripping during the test. So the test passed. To check values of the testing or the result, press right arrow. Key number 3. Press right arrow for next page. So let's see number 3 key. The test number, test was passed. Set value was 0.5 kV. Actual output was 0.57 kV. Leakage current set was 10 milliampere. Actually there was no leakage current. Set time was 5 seconds and lapse time was 5 seconds. These are the test results. Now the next page. Next page says press 1 to store the values, press 2 take print, press 3 for next test and press 4 for next setting. Let's press 1. Now this says, the instrument says the value stored to test number 1, press arrow to return. Press arrow to return.